Welcome back.
Welcome. I'm Connie,
And I'm Angelica.
and this is
The In Between Girls podcast.
Woo!
Yay! Okay, so this episode is we're going to read scenario. Is it like scenario? Yeah,
They're
scenarios.
like stories of things that supposedly happened.
Yeah, from Reddit.
Yes,
Right.
we're not saying who it is, so we don't expose anyone.
No, and this is our relationship edition
yeah, like we're giving advice on these situations
that nobody asked for.
Yes, but we wanted to.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I want to start with this one.
Uh-huh.
I'm a bad reader. Don't judge me.
Oh, geez. Me too. We're gonna be cutting out our messed up.
Yes. Okay, this one is titled Sister Comes Over Unannounced and Refuses to Call Ahead. Fiance is now refusing to dress. Okay. My fiance, 28, and I just moved in. No. Sorry.
Already?
Yeah, I already fucked up. It's because it has like the age in parentheses
and then the
M
gender.
and,
Yeah.
and I get confused. Okay. My fiance, 28, just moved in with me, 28, last month. And I've come to realize he walks naked all
Hold
the
on,
time.
bitch. You said my fiance 28. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
that's what you know.
Okay.
Okay. I've come to realize he walks naked all the time at home. I'm not talking like boxers or just... See... It's because the way they typed it. Leave this in. Whatever. Okay. I'm not talking... I'm going to spin my own.
Mhm.
I'm not talking like boxers. Like, it's just naked. Like, full-blown letting it all hang out. All right, cool. You live here. Be comfy. Problem is, I have an identical twin sister, and she likes to stop by randomly. She has walked in on naked time a few times, and she doesn't really appreciate a sudden nudity. Yes, I did tell her maybe she should call first like a normal person, but no. So I'm a little annoyed because she comes over, lets herself in, and then she screams when she sees my man naked and demands that we put clothes on. So my fiance has decided if she refuses to call, my headphones fell off, whatever. So my fiance has decided if she refuses to call, he refuses to dress. And I feel like I can't read like this anymore.
And I feel like I cannot read like that.
Sorry. And I feel like I'm in a weird place right now because this has turned into a random nudity hill to full-blown mountain he's prepared to die on. Should I just change the locks? And then there's an
Yes.
edit. He doesn't want me to do this. He is seriously prepared to die on this hill. May the strongest win. I'm with him on this one because he lives here and should be comfy. Sister has been told to just freaking call. Edit. He does not want me to get involved. This is personal for him. And he has prepared to die on this hill. He has every right to make his own stance against it. Basically, neither of them wants to take neither one wants to change.
What you need to do, sis, is take away those keys from your sister.
Yeah, she should take the keys away. If she's not being respectful, she shouldn't have the keys.
Yeah.
Because it's his house. And it's crazy to me that she walks in and she's caught them having sex and she's like, put clothes on. What are y'all doing? Like, it's not her house.
Yeah, you need to take away her keys.
Yeah.
No,
That's inappropriate.
That's not her house. I'm pretty sure you gave her her keys for emergencies.
Yeah.
Not to just walk in.
And then the fact that both of them told her, call ahead of time and
Yeah.
don't just walk in. And she's not doing that. It's not her house.
Yeah, it's not her house. She
She
has
should-
no right at all.
I'm saying she should take the keys or change the lock, but it says that he doesn't want her to change the locks because he wants to like her to respect it. I think at this point, just ask for the keys back, and then if she doesn't want to give them to you, like, I don't know, change the locks. Like, you have to do something.
Yeah, that's not right from her.
No.
Go snitch on her with your mom.
Yes.
Like, this is what she's doing because it's not right.
It's not. She's walking in on you in your home.
Yeah.
He has every right to be naked.
Yeah.
Because I've never understood that. Like, if it's your home, you're supposed to be comfy. It doesn't matter. And especially if people come over unannounced. Say, like, somebody comes over and I'm, like, in my underwear. You have to wait for me to change because you didn't call me.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Yeah, you need to ask for those keys back because
No.
no.
Give them to somebody else who'll be respectful.
Exactly. That I don't know. That's a little strange. Like
Did she refuse?
the sister feels like so entitled. Like for what reason?
I think because she's a twin.
Maybe, but even
But
then,
even
like
then it's
boundaries.
Boundaries. Yeah, boundaries.
Okay, yeah, that. Yeah, yeah, are both adults now. Like, it's not like you little kids. Like,
yes,
no.
I found it strange that she refuses to call.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. Weird.
Do you think she's interested in the husband? Me
At
speculating.
first, I got that vibe. Like, why this? Like, she has to be kind of okay with seeing him naked for her to continue doing it.
Yeah, because she knows it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and she keeps doing it.
So
that is kind of weird.
That is a little sus.
Very suspicious.
You need to take away her keys until she earns.
She lost
them.
the privilege.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
So I did the link and it says
It was deleted?
Yeah.
That's why I screenshotted them.
Shit.
But you had 5, so.
What if they're all like that?
We'll find one.
Well, can I read the title and we go based on that?
Okay.
Okay, it says, my longtime girlfriend seems to want to appear single on her Facebook and Instagram.
Do you remember the story?
No.
Oh.
I picked it like 2 weeks ago. So we're just going based on the
Wow.
on the thing.
Why? First, why? That's never made sense to me.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between being private and just making it seem like
You're single.
You're single.
Because I've seen. Okay.
I don't post Jose like that,
But you sometimes do.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not posting like
His face?
quotes or anything.
But
that
you see a man there with you.
yeah, and it's like my daily. I don't even post daily.
No,
But
yeah.
I never like what is it called in Facebook? Repost
Oh,
or
repost.
anything, a quote or anything that gives off the vibe that I'm single.
Oh yeah, no.
Like never do that. He does like the same. We don't post each other like that. And
You
he's
don't,
not
but you do.
Yeah.
Like you're private, like you said, but you're not a secret.
Yeah.
Because you do post each other, not like that, like a lot, but
Uh-huh.
you do see like, oh, he has a girlfriend there.
Yeah,
Or like,
and
oh,
like
she has a boyfriend.
again, people around us know that we're together.
Yeah.
Like his friends obviously know that he has someone. It's like we're not trying to hide each other.
See, that's different
Yeah.
than that because I've seen.
Oh, you know what? I do remember a part
Uh-huh.
that said that they went on vacation and all her pictures seemed like she was on vacation by herself. Yeah.
No, no. See, no.
That's a red flag.
That's
to
a red
me.
flag because I feel like I see that a lot,
Mm-hmm.
like in people our age. Like I guess
Because I guess maybe they're not really sure if it's a serious thing, if they're gonna be there together.
No, I've seen it on long relationships,
Ooh.
and it's a red flag for me.
Yeah.
Like there's some where it's one-sided. Like the girl would post them,
Mhm.
and you look at him, and it's like nothing. And I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
I find that like a red flag.
Mhm.
Like I don't get I don't get none of their excuses because I've heard like people say like, oh, he doesn't. I don't know. They're like, he just doesn't want to post me. Or on TikTok, I've seen videos because they're like, he just says he's very private or whatever.
Oh.
But I post him.
But
and
does he post whenever he goes out with friends and like that?
I think so. That's why I find it weird. Like I'm
Mhm.
like, why is he comfortable posting other stuff but not you?
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know.
That is a red flag.
Like for like at all. It's different like y'all post, oh, you're on a date or whatever, y sale.
Mhm.
But for them it's like they appear single, completely single. And I'm just like, and then the girl has all the pictures of him. I
Yeah.
find that like a red flag. I would delete all the pictures.
One of the comments here says, "That's not your girlfriend." Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's a little strange.
That's very strange. And I don't get the reasonings
Yeah.
that I've heard so far.
Mhm.
Like on TikTok and stuff, people what they tell their girlfriend, I don't understand.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense to me. Well, let me see one. But
They better not be, obviously.
well, this one's not.
Okay.
It says, I got into a serious relationship too young? Question mark? This one's a really long one. Okay, it says, I, female, 29, have been in an exclusive relationship with my boyfriend, 33, for 8 years now. I truly feel that he's my soulmate. I feel like he understands me and accepts me unconditionally. There's physical and emotional attraction, and we have tons of love for one another. Also, I've never really had any serious doubts about our relationship before. Oh, wait, this one's a good one. I have to read all of it. Saying that, recently, I've been approached by an attractive guy on the street, and I shut him down right away. But I can't stop thinking about him. Or maybe more thinking about how he made me feel, because I hardly remember what he even looked like. It's the first time in 8 years that I found someone else attractive, apart from my boyfriend, of course. Enough to think that about this person when they're not around. The whole interaction lasted no longer than a minute, probably less. He was really kind and respectful, and I remember that from the moment he approached and complimented me, I felt the physical attraction. But I was sure that I didn't want to pursue anything and said right away that I have a boyfriend. He was very chill, wished me a pleasant evening, and walked away. Obviously, I was flattered and it was nice, but didn't think much of it right after. It only started the next day that I found my thoughts wandering back to this moment. Then, whenever I would pass the place where he approached me, I'll be looking for him. Then I started altering my route to pass this place. To be fair, it's right next to where I live, so I'll go through there almost every day anyway. I even went there on the same day, around the same time, 2 weeks after it happened. Just as a side note, it's possible I will never see him again, as he was a foreigner and it was a weekend, so he might have been a tourist. Like I've written before, I don't even know if it's about this specific guy, because I don't know anything about him, apart from the fact that he's confident and I found him attractive. It just reminded me of how it feels at the beginning of dating someone when it's exciting and new and you don't know what to expect, and I found myself missing this feeling and by extension missing someone who made me feel this way. I don't think I'll want to risk my relationship for it, but I find myself fantasizing about this guy, not in a sexual way, but just meeting again, flirting and talking. It makes me feel really guilty and sparked some doubts in me. I wonder if I should keep going. Okay, it says, my main doubt, okay, maybe I should read this part. My main doubt is that I'm wondering if I wasn't too young when we started dating. It's not the first time I think about it, but it's the first time it's so intense. I was 21 and got in this relationship right after breaking up with my high school boyfriend. I've never had the time to be just by myself and to discover how to navigate life as an individual. Within the 8 years, we've been long distance for a year, but I was working and studying then, so there was no really much time to self-exploration. I didn't really know if being alone would be beneficial for me because I remember how miserable I felt in these few months in between the relationship, but I think that there were other factors contributing to that. Stressful situations at home, my studies, not processing the breakup yet, etc. I feel like my boyfriend really makes me better and helped me evolve in so many ways. It says, I think that we have this amazing connection, but it works so well that I can't imagine it evolving much, especially that we don't want to have kids.
Oh,
how should I approach this doubt?
I feel like we're perfect for this question.
Mm-hmm. There's one more paragraph. Hold on. I doubt that acting on them will make me happier. But at the same time, it's not the first time I'm experiencing these doubts, and they seem to come back stronger. Also, wondering if I should tell my boyfriend about this. I'm afraid that once I voice this concern, there's no coming back. That's it. Yeah.
What are your thoughts? They got together at 21, but she said she had just gotten out of a relationship, ¿verdad?
Yes. They've been together for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
I do get the I understand her part when she says that she probably just misses that first encounter, first, like,
Yeah.
what they call it, butterflies in your stomach or something like that. I do get it. However, it sounds like she doesn't want to be in the relationship already.
Yes, because she's saying because she doesn't see it evolving.
Yeah.
But I think that also comes down to her doubt, because I feel like she probably didn't have much single time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I don't know her experience prior to being 21, but if she was in relationships all throughout her school career, then she never had alone time. That's me speculating. I don't know if she did. But I feel like if she was single during school, she should have gotten it
Well, she
out
said
of her
that
system there.
when she was in school, that was 1 year that they had apart because she was in school and
No,
stuff
but I'm
like
talking
that.
about high school, because she said they got together at 21.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like you can let out, like, most teens, like, all those doubts are basically out, like, around those teen years.
Mm-hmm.
But if she didn't have that alone time, it doesn't surprise me that she's feeling that now. And I
Yeah.
think now she's probably like 28.
Yeah. No, well, when she wrote
Because
this,
she said she was 21 when they got together, and it's
she's
been 8 years.
29. 29, her boyfriend's 33.
Yeah.
The only reason why I think she really wants to pursue outside her relationship is the fact that she said she has experienced this before, but this time they're coming stronger and stronger.
And I think it comes back to that. She never had alone time. And I feel like she should have, because I feel like if she got to experience that, she would either realize that she does want to be with him, or she would realize that maybe she doesn't. She wants something else, but she never had the time to experience her alone time and decide. And I feel like I think it's way better to experience that when you're really young than to be like her, like 28, 29, and experience that then.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more devastating then than it would be when you're young, because everybody makes mistakes when they're young. And that's when I feel like, well, even, everybody makes mistakes, but I'm saying, like, especially everybody has mistakes. But I'm thinking, especially younger, you make those type of mistakes and you have those type of feelings. And if you get it out of your system then when you're really young, yeah, by now you would have been fine. And I feel like she didn't have that.
Yeah,
and I'm not blaming her because she was having her relationship, but maybe she should have had that.
Yeah. I think that's a conversation that you really do need to sit down and talk to him about.
Yeah.
Because or else you're gonna feel like trapped in that relationship.
I feel like they should probably need a break to experience whatever she feels like she's missing out on.
Yeah.
And then maybe they'll come back together, maybe not.
Yeah.
But she needs that, because or else she's gonna be resentful and she's gonna basically
feel trapped.
Yeah, she's gonna feel trapped.
And she's gonna feel like she missed out in the phase of her life.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily her fault, because she was happy in her relationship and then she didn't know she needed to experience it. It's a crazy thing. I feel people don't talk about that. Like that in your teen years, you should date around. You probably should, like, experience different things, because if not, it's going to manifest later when you're old. And I feel like it's worse if it manifests when you're old.
Yeah. I know we talked about doing a episode about us getting in a relationship so young and for so many years. I do gotta say, when you get on a relationship, in a serious relationship so young, you have to realize that things will change and personalities will change, because you're still, as an individual, you're still learning about yourself, and you're still learning, like, what you believe in, what you want in life. So that's why, like, being so open about it in your relationship and having a communication in your relationship is so important. Because again, you are young. You have to realize that your partner is also going to change, because you are growing. It's not the same mentality that you have at 20, 25 that you had at 18. Like, it's not. So yeah, that I think you need to sit down with your boyfriend and have a conversation about what you are feeling. It could also be that the boyfriend, it's not being so attentive to her anymore because they are so comfortable with each other. It could play in part of that.
It could play in, but I feel like you get to a point, if you have your other experiences, you get to a point where you're like no, this is what I want, and we don't have to be like in the honeymoon stage all the time for me to be happy with you.
Yeah.
Because like it's not, well, some people say they're always in honeymoon and stuff, and like for us it's not like the honeymoon is not still like not like it's not here. Like we love like each other, but it's not like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not like honeymoon. Like we're comfortable now and we're secure, and it's not like the chasing around anymore.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm talking more about that he doesn't pay attention to you anymore. Like it's more of like living together and going on a daily basis like that. It's not about like, even when you are comfortable, you still have to go out in those dates for you to rekindle your love or whatever. Like go back to when it was dating. Yeah. Because you will lose yourself in a relationship if you don't.
I agree. No, I agree with that, but I don't think that's her thing. Yeah. I think what she's saying is she never experienced that, so that's why she needs to like okay, because it is different if your partner is not paying attention to you. You should always tell them that, hey, I'm feeling lonely, I'm feeling like we should
I only say that time. It's part of that plays into it because she says how she missed the flirting and the things like that. I would like, you still should compliment your
you should still go on dates,
partner and whatnot. So I think it's a conversation
I think
you
it
need
does
to have.
play into part, but I also think maybe she never got single time. Yeah, because that's what it sounds like to me, because she was like, I never saw anybody else like in that way. Yeah, so like maybe that's also coming into play, because if it's not about other people, I feel like she would just focus like, oh, he's not paying attention to me. And it's not. It's like, hey, I've thought about other people, and I was in a relationship for all these years, and when I got with him, I was in a previous relationship, just got out of it. Yeah. So it sounds like she never was time for herself, like to be alone. That's why I'm saying that it's probably that as well. Yeah. And that's probably why they should probably take a break.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to have a sit-down conversation.
Yeah. And also, dating, you should still date even when you're together, because
it's easy to lose yourself in the relationship.
Yeah. See, I'm already out of breath. This one is kind of graphic.
Oh shit.
I, female 33, feel demoralized by my husband, male 33, use of porn. This, I fear, is the beginning of the end of our relationship. Husband's porn use / death grip ruins our intimate life. I feel I might as well use a porn user. Sorry. I feel. Wait, why did I click that? Okay.
the porn site that she linked. This is what he watched.
No. I might as well become a porn user so I'm not alone in the relationship. I'm female 33, exhausted as I have a newborn, so please forgive me if this post is a little mixed up. I am conflicted on what to do about my own porn use and my husband's male 33 porn use. I have previously used porn and quit, but now I'm facing an addict who won't give up. I can't see the point in not using porn, and I have gone back to watching porn again. He refuses to see that there's anything wrong with it. Lies about it, uses it while I'm in the house. If I take a bath or nap, he'll use it. I asked him not to use porn while I'm at home. It's humiliating for me / disrespectful. He said he stopped, of course, but he didn't. He just got better at hiding it. This was worse of all when I was pregnant. At first, I cried every day about how he preferred porn to me until I decided to get even and buy loads of sex toys. Except I don't want to do that or use them. I just want my husband. He watches softcore porn stuff like bikinis, lingerie, modeling, try-ons. The novelty is such I cannot compete. Seeing me in lingerie isn't interesting. He's not even curious anymore. I bought a small haul from Victoria's Secret and he didn't even ask to see it. He doesn't even know what lingerie I wore on Valentine's Day because he'd already masturbated to other women trying on Valentine's lingerie. We had sex frequently, but he's doing it just for me. It's focused on him not losing his erections rather than pleasure we could give each other. I forgot to also add, he also masturbates with a death grip, so I also can't compete with that. What's a death grip?
I'm assuming it's a sex toy.
Okay. Oh, probably. Most recently, after we had sex, I suspected he faked an orgasm. He waited until I had to wake up to take care of the baby, and then he secretly masturbated to his preferred porn. I feel distant from him and increasingly irritated because I feel short-charged. Now I feel I only have the choice of porn and or sex toys, which he would hate and feel frequently inadequate from. And that's how I want him to feel, inadequate like I feel from his porn use. I no longer try to talk to him about it. My tears mean nothing. I feel cold and a lot less interested in sex. I know my post-baby body is not like his lingerie models, so I feel defeated. I always wished I'd have one of those husbands who loved their wife's body even more after she gave birth, even if it isn't perfect. Okay, that was it.
Okay.
Thank God.
What is, for you, it's porn cheating?
I started watching this girl on TikTok. Her name's Michelle. I think it's Michelle Diaz. I don't know. I'm not sure. I never considered it cheating. However, now after watching her, I still don't consider it cheating, but I feel like there is an issue with porn. Like, not with everyone. Like, I don't know how to explain this properly like she did.
You mean there's an issue on the industry and how they display it?
No. In some yeah, how they display it, but also like the men who watch it. Like, okay, I'm not shaming men who watch it. I don't want to do that. But if your significant other watches porn all the time, even like prefers it to you, or it depends what genre they're watching as well, because it's tied back to people becoming viejos mañosos because of that.
I feel like you went too far in.
No, but she showed evidence and it scared me.
Wait, I feel like you went too far in. For me, I don't consider porn cheating.
No.
Period. I would say there is a time and a place for it. If how do I say this? If you are in the same, obviously he has an addiction problem, and he needs therapy. I would say I don't think every guy that watches porn gets to that point. There are some, like he does, that need therapy to control that,
because that was a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Like, to the fact that you can't even keep an erection with your own wife.
Yeah, that again, that comes in that you need professional help.
I agree.
For me, porn is not cheating. Again, there's a time and a place. If your partner is under the same roof as you, I don't think you should watch it. That comes into play, the time and the place for it. I think she should leave him. Yeah,
I think she should leave him, because no, it's gone too far, and I feel like she should.
It's now messing with your mental health, about your body, yourself, your self-image. That is too much.
It's too much. And he's at that point where I wouldn't even trust him with my daughter. Like, if her as a mom, because I don't know. It's just weird to me that he could be doing that in the house while they're there. Like you said, there's a time and a place, and it's just, he's out of control. Like, I don't trust that. I don't trust him, and I feel like she should tell him to go to therapy, and if he refuses, leave him.
Yeah, leave.
Because I know it might be hard for her since they have a baby, but I feel like she should be like, you have to get therapy for this, and if you don't, I'm leaving you.
Yeah.
And if he's like, I don't care, leave him.
Yeah.
Because I can't even imagine like how bad that's messed with her like self-image, like you said. Like, it's really bad. I couldn't believe it as I was reading it. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah. He literally needs professional help for that.
Literally, yes, like, it's too much. Too much.
Yeah, he's literally an addict. That's what an addict is.
He's a porn addict.
Yeah. So yeah, he needs help. And if he doesn't want to get help, then leave.
Yeah, I agree.
That is too much. yeah, like I said, there's a time and a place. And
Yeah.
if the fact that he's doing it, like,
And then he's faking it.
Yeah.
He's faking orgasms.
Mhm.
What?
That's
No.
I don't get it.
No.
That is too much.
I think she should leave him as well.
Yeah. What did you saw on the TikTok that you were like,
I need to send you the video. It's a whole video. She explains it way better than I do. Because at first, I was like, what are you talking about? But I'll send you the video.
like, you mean that guys imagine the porn?
No, like it's... I can't explain it like she did. She used evidence.
Like,
but basically,
what evidence?
like
on like what normal guys like.
Some, no, not all guys. Like some guys, like basically red flags you need to look out for in people who do watch porn, and why some men are stopping it. Like there's a little thing going on where some men are like giving it up, and they're like, I don't want that because I don't want to be. It's because I can't explain it. I need to send it to you,
I'm
and then
lost.
I can send it to you, and we could discuss this in another episode.
Okay.
And like we could take notes, and I can rewatch it as well,
Yeah,
because
I'm
I found
lost.
it very interesting.
Cause I'm not seeing where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, I didn't either until I watched it, and because at first I was like, "What is she talking about?" And then I watched her video, and then I understood more, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" Like, it's crazy. That could be a future video. I think I'm gonna send it to you, and we could take notes and discuss.
Okay.
Because I'm bad at explaining things.
Okay. Okay, let me go to my next story. It says, I, female 21, am having issues coping with knowing that my boyfriend, 28 male, already proposed to someone else once. Kind of speaks for itself. I'm a pretty young girl, and I've never actually had the feeling that I wanted to marry someone. Previous to this relationship, it was never my dream to get married, and thought of it as just a social construction. A bit of a backstory first. I'm in a 1-year relationship with my boyfriend right now, and everything is going great. He and his ex were together for a full 10 years, lived together and all. They broke up 9 months before we started dating. Like I said before, I'm pretty young, and I've never had to deal with an ex that's so present in his life.
Is she still present?
They had to talk about giving some stuff back to one another to move on completely. I had to go through his phone to see which one were good to keep and which ones were better to delete.
What? Which pictures?
To move on from that chapter. It wasn't a good breakup the two had, and he felt really bad towards the past year or month of his relationship. He has spoken to me all about the emotional trauma and abuse he's been through because of relationship. Around 4 months into our relationship, he told me that they were engaged, that they were planning their wedding, and it was supposed to be in the summer of 2021. We started dating May 2021. That just hit so close to me, and I'm having so many difficulties coping with the thought that I would never be the only one for him. It could be just because I'm young, but I feel like I handled other things fairly well. I handled them meeting up to exchange some stuff, handled going through some old pictures, all pretty well. I feel like those things know an end, but having the feeling of me never being the one he wants to marry is just like, it's heartbreaking in a sense. I know he loves me, and I know he proposed to her when it wasn't even going that well in the relationship. So it's just strings a bit harder. I'm just looking for some reassurance or opinions, maybe even people that can relate so I don't feel so traumatic and alone. I feel like this situation might be normal and expect for other older couples, but I'm really struggling with this one. Help me find ways to get over this situation in a healthier manner.
Okay. How old did she say she was?
21.
That is young.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Boyfriend's 28.
Oh, he's 28. Yeah, I feel like that's something somebody older would be able to handle. Well, it depends how, like, what you've been. I think it depends person by person, but it's more common when you're older. I don't know how I would feel about that. Like, if Mario had proposed to somebody else prior to, well, he proposed to me. He hasn't proposed to this girl because I know their relationship is fairly new. or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how I can't say how I would feel because I feel like I wouldn't like it. It sounds selfish because he hadn't met me yet, like her, he hadn't met her yet. But I don't know. It would make me feel insecure that he was so ready to marry her, even though they weren't in a good place.
I feel like he proposed to try to save the relationship.
That makes sense.
And not really because I think he wanted to.
That makes more sense. Because, yeah, if he did propose to her when they weren't even good.
Yeah.
That is true.
In my opinion, I would just see how the relationship goes.
I also feel like they got together too quickly.
Yeah, 8 months. 8 months after.
Because the fact that she had to help him separate, I feel like that's something he should have done on his own.
Yeah.
Before getting into a relationship.
Mm-hmm. And that relationship, he was in that relationship for 10 years.
Is it 10 years?
Yeah.
No, he needs more time. Because you never know. She might be what do you call those?
Rebound.
Yeah, she might be a rebound. Especially because I don't want to be. Yeah, she's really young. And like, I don't want to stereotype, but typically you rebound with, well, old men rebound with like younger people. But I don't know. I feel I don't want to be negative, but I feel like she might just be a rebound because if it was serious, he would have dealt with that on his own.
And it could be that she's seeing this relationship too serious, like way into, like really fast, and he's probably not even seeing it. He's not probably in that stage where he sees it serious.
Probably, yeah. Especially because because the fact that she helped him separate stuff, it makes it was very early. It was too early for comfort, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like she should talk to him.
I think she's reading too much into it as too soon.
She is. Because it makes it seem like they're very serious, but the fact how it started, it just didn't start right.
Yeah. It seems like she feels like he's going to propose already, or they're going to move in together already, or they're very serious. And I don't think that relationship is there yet.
No. Especially after what he went. I don't think so.
Uh-huh.
And I would find it as a red flag if it did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think she's reading way too much into it too soon.
And I think that also comes down to the fact that she's so young.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like she should tell him how she feels and, like, see what he says. Because maybe he'll be like, whoa, like, what are you talking about? Yeah. And maybe that way she'll see. Because it's too much. Like, I don't know. But I feel like they do need to communicate because that'll put it more in perspective for her as to what's really going on.
Where the relationship stands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she is going. I think she's going too fast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she's already thinking about marriage.
Yeah.
And they barely got together, and he had proposed to someone. Like, I don't know. I feel like it would be too fast even then.
Yeah.
I don't know. That is weird.
I think it's like her getting in that relationship and already thinking, when he proposes, how would I feel? Yeah. And it's not in that stage yet.
It's not. Yeah. And I feel like if it did bother her, she shouldn't have been in that relationship.
Yeah, she shouldn't have started it.
Because I can imagine if he does propose to her in the future or something, and she feels like she doesn't even enjoy it. Mm-hmm. That would be sad.
Yeah.
So she also should take that into perspective for herself.
Yeah. I don't know. I think she is.
It's a weird one.
Yeah.
A complicated situation. Here's my bad reading, part 3. This one was crazy. The title is, I saw my boyfriend at a restaurant with his wife, but he said it was not him.
Okay.
I am sorry in advance if this is confusing. I am pretty confused right now too. My boyfriend Nick and I have been in a long distance relationship for almost 2 years. He lives in New York and he comes into town to visit me whenever he can. We talk online and we text every day though. We had been recently talking about me moving to New York to be with him. Last night, I went to a private screening of Thor. That was nearly an hour away from where I live, in another part of town. After the movie, walking back to my car, I see my boyfriend Nick inside a TGIF with a blonde woman and a kid. He looked up, saw me glaring at him, gave me a quick smile, and then kept on with his conversation. I lost it. I ran into the restaurant pretty much screaming at him. Nick, I screamed. He didn't answer. He didn't even look at me. When I got to his table, I addressed him directly, Nick L. I said to him. He just calmly looked at me and asked me to calm down because I was scaring his daughter. And he said that I was mistaking him for someone else. He said that he wasn't Nick L. He was Greg H. And that his wife Jennifer H. and his daughter Lisette H. I called bullshit. I told him that he was a liar and a cheater. I told his wife that him and I have been dating for nearly 2 years. He said that he lived in New York and he wanted us to live together. He interrupted and said that I was mistaken and I still had him confused with someone else. He was calm, collected. His wife had tears in her eyes and his daughter looked scared too. I pulled out my phone. I called him. He pulled out his too and showed me that it didn't ring. It was a different phone. Nick uses Android and this was an iPhone. Nick had told me before that he would never use an Apple product. So I started showing them pictures. The wife actually started to cry. So did the daughter. Greg didn't even flinch. He asked me to look at my phone. He flipped through a couple pictures and said that it was really fascinating. He had heard that everyone had a doppelganger. Yeah. But he never in a million years thought that he would see his. I snatched my phone and yelled at him again. That is a lame excuse. He pointed to the glasses. He said that he didn't wear glasses. He had perfect vision. I always joked about Nick being Velma from Scooby-Doo because of how blind he was without his glasses. At this point, Greg told me that while this was all really fascinating, he was going to have to ask me to leave because I was upsetting his family. He gave me his email. He asked me to email him if I have any more questions. The manager ushered me out. Later that night, Nick called me. He apologized for not answering. He said he was in the shower. He promised that he and Greg aren't the same person. He said that if I really loved him, I would trust him. He was mad, and he hung up. This is where I am now. I don't know what is real. She's like,
the girl.
She's like, mini update. I tried to add Greg on Facebook using the email he gave me. He sent me a message. I would just paste it here. Hi, Linda. I see that you used the email I gave you to Facebook stalk me. I figured you would do something like that with how unhinged you were at the restaurant. I have some advice to give you. Seek professional help. Only a pro can fix what is wrong with your head. What kind of person could go into a family restaurant and make a scene, scare the shit out of a 7-year-old, and try and fuck up the life of a stranger just because he kind of resembles her boyfriend? A crazy ass bitch. He's being bitch. Do you realize what you have done to my life? Go die in a fire. I won't be accepting your friend request. I also have blocked you, so don't bother replying to this message. She was like, I guess Greg won't be much help. I was so confused.
Me too.
I think it's him.
Is it bad for me to say because there's a child involved, she shouldn't have done that?
I think, yeah, because you were upsetting the child.
Yeah, she could have just, like, taken a picture and something, you know, like, as proof or something. But I wouldn't have caused the scene in front of a child.
That's true.
Because what does the child have to do? Now she's traumatized.
Yeah, because she thinks her dad's cheating on her mom, and then her mom was crying.
And what a way to find out.
Yes. Yeah. Or maybe, yeah.
If it was them two only, maybe.
But what gets me is the pictures. That the wife saw the pictures and she was crying. It had to be him. I don't think somebody can look that much like you. Because Nick, the Nick was supposedly her boyfriend, didn't answer. Mm-hmm. And then he got mad because he was like, why would you think that? I think that's a weird reaction. Why would you get mad?
Well, wouldn't it find it weird if, like, you tell him this whole story that you went out and confronted someone?
I wouldn't get mad. I would be interested. I'd be like, it really looked like me? Like, do you have a picture?
But you crossed this whole scene, like, in front of a child, in front of a whole family, and you're like, what the fuck? I would be like, what the fuck? Why are you acting like that?
I mean, Yeah, I didn't take that into consideration.
Like, yeah, it's interesting, but it's like, whoa, you're like acting really fucking crazy if it wasn't him.
But if it looked that much like him that she went in there, it had to be.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. What also got me that it couldn't be him, maybe, is the fact that she said that he made fun of him for wearing Velma glasses. So, if my understanding, if she says that, is because he needs glasses, right? He has really bad, terrible eye vision. But if he wasn't wearing glasses that day, I feel like his wife would have been like, but you wear contacts.
Do you think maybe he fakes that he needs glasses to...
But how would you wear glasses that have that much aumento and still look fine and still go around looking fine? Like, if you wear glasses that are not for you, that literally will cause you headaches.
No, but there's some glasses that don't have any aumento. They're just
But
clear.
I'm pretty sure if the girl's making fun of him, I'm pretty sure she's seen how much aumento tienen those glasses. You know? Like, if your partner has glasses, wouldn't you see through them?
Yeah, Mario does that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, wouldn't he see through... She would grab them and see through them and like, oh, whoa, you're so blind.
That's true. Do you think maybe it was a twin that was separated at birth?
I don't know. Could be.
Because it just confused me. I was like, why didn't Nick answer?
Yeah.
And then it's like...
Either that or he's really a psychopath for him to be acting so calm.
Either it really wasn't him or he is like psycho.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I found it. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. But because there is a theory out there that there is someone that looks exactly like you.
Really?
Yeah. There is a theory that says that there is someone out there that looks exactly like you.
What you doing, sis?
Right? But yeah, I don't know.
It was crazy. I can't imagine being in that situation. I would have taken a picture of him.
Yeah, me too. I would have taken a picture.
I
would have followed them.
I would have. I would have shown Nick. I
Also,
been like,
look. If they're together for 2 years, I feel like at that point she would have found something suspicious.
Yeah, but then we also always find out about people who have secret families and they didn't even know.
I guess so, but I don't know. Like, how do you get away with that?
Well, he said that her boyfriend had an Android and this guy had an Apple phone. 2 different phones.
Well, where do you hide the other one? Like,
he could hide it anywhere. He could hide it at his job. He could hide it in his vehicle.
But you're saying like, then he hides it at his job, and then the whole night goes all the night without texting her, calling her. How is she going to be okay with that?
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's kind
then
of
maybe
strange.
it wasn't him. I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
Very weird.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the kid.
Yeah, literally, the poor child. Like, imagine at the end of the day if it wasn't true.
It wasn't him.
Yeah.
He's like, Daddy, you're a cheater.
Oh my God, imagine. That is traumatizing. That's a little... Oh, shit, this one's also not valid. But I do remember this one. It says, I don't know if I'm in the wrong or not. Basically, it was... She's a girl, a female. Her boyfriend has a group of friends. I think it's 2 guys and 1 girl. And I think she has said that she got bad vibes from her. And they were planning a trip all together. But I think at the end, she couldn't go to the trip. Like, the girlfriend couldn't go to the trip, but the guy was still going. Knowing that the girlfriend didn't feel good about the friend. So she was like, am I overreacting? Because, like, why is he still going?
Did she say any reasons why the girl made her uncomfortable?
I don't remember.
I don't know. I feel like she should tell her. In that instance, I feel like she should talk to her boyfriend and be like, I don't feel comfortable with her. Or you can go. I trust you, whatever.
I think he said that. I think she did say that, but he said that he was still going to go anyways.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're not comfortable with someone, why would you make your significant other uncomfortable?
Yeah.
That's my take.
I think people are really... Well, I think girls are really good on getting a vibe from another girl.
Yes. I tell this to Mario all the time. And every vibe I've ever gotten, I've been right. Like, literally, there's times... Like, even if it's not towards us, even if it's towards somebody else, and I'm like, hey, that girl, like, I don't like her vibe with this person. And then later... the girl does something to the guy or something, and I'm like, I fucking told you.
Yeah. I think so. If she's having that vibe, she should trust it.
Yeah, she should trust it because
And he should listen.
yes, because they're so sometimes men are stupid. I guess they don't see what
And
we
again,
see.
as a boyfriend, you don't want to put your partner in a situation that she doesn't feel comfortable, that she doesn't feel safe, that she doesn't feel confident in.
Because because like some women are evil, some women are manipulative, and they're really good at it. So that's why I'm saying, like you said, always believe your girlfriend or like the women in your life. They're telling you that they feel something is wrong with somebody else.
Yeah.
Especially if there's proof behind it, even if it's small. You
The
should
way
listen.
they act or something. Yeah.
Yeah, because it does. If she does say the friend does like her boyfriend, she's gonna know, and maybe he won't see it because it's probably how they've always been. But he should listen to her.
Yeah.
Because
Yep. Always listen to your partner. I, female 28, found incriminating texts on my partner's 31 male phone. I know that this sounds terrible, but I need some advice. I have been with my partner for over 5.5 years. We currently live together. We discussed in detail getting married and having a baby within the next year or two. A few months ago, I found out that he was following some girl on IG and TikTok that were your basic models: big boobs, big butt, flat stomach. I do not look like this. When that happened, I told him that this was a boundary that I was not happy. It made me feel insecure. He acknowledged it and would try to do better and stop following them. He did his best to unfollow the accounts. This, I will not lie, has had me on edge, always on the back of my mind. Some time has passed and I had this feeling in my gut. There was something more. Well, I found it. While I should not be snooping his text message, I found a former coworker text him. According to him, the coworker was asking only for money for a place to stay. Not a problem. But then I find that he is asking the location of where she was staying and called her babe. At this point, I saw red and went to confront him without even looking more into the messages. He says nothing physical ever happened, which I believe since we share each other's location and he only goes to work and come back. We also have cameras with motion alerts, so he has never brought anyone into our home. However, when I asked to see more after the confrontation, he had already deleted the messages. I also asked if he was ever going to tell me, and he obviously said no. This hurt like hell a lot, because I'm constantly asking him about things, asking if something new happened, if something is wrong. I communicate so much and I barely get a sentence back sometimes. He says I'm his one and only best friend, but can't even come to me when a situation arises. He also took his computer to work today, which he never does, and claimed that he was going to sell it. So if there was anything else on it, he probably had the time to wipe it. He has been a victim of cheating and promised me not even 2 weeks ago that the cheating hurt him so bad that he would never do it to me. I have asked over and over if there was anything else, emotional cheating, and he vehemently denies it. I feel that there is more, with her or someone else, and he is trying to hide it. We have decided to go to a couples therapy in the hopes that this can be fixed. However, I feel angry, disappointed, and most of all hurt. Aside of therapy, what other things can we do to fix it? Can a person ever recover from this betrayal or trust? I want to make this work. I want to get over this. But I also know that if there is anything more, I'm done.
She's completely right. And I don't know what else she can do other than go to therapy, honestly. But he's lying to her. He's obviously hiding something, because why did he take his computer, and why did he delete it so fast that he didn't let her see it? I feel like if that was really all that happened, he would have been like, look at it, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He's obviously hiding something.
Hiding something else.
All I saw was red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. All of that. It was red flags everywhere. And like the fact, because first of all, you don't call nobody as babe.
No.
And why are you asking for their location? Why are you going there? And obviously he's not going to bring her home to their house because they have the camera. So that's why he goes over there. So no, I don't trust this man. And the fact that he was trying to make her supposedly feel better, being like, I was cheated on, so I wouldn't do it. That's a lie. He's just saying that to like get in her head and be like, oh, well, yeah, he would never cheat on me. Well, he probably did.
Yeah. Yeah, if you really want to fix it, I don't know. Like, you just have to recover the trust from him if you do trust him. Like, at some point, you have to be like, okay, am I going to trust him or not? Because if you decide to move forward with this relationship, that's your decision. And that means you are going to fully trust him and not bring back what happened.
Yeah.
But that's a decision that you have to wait to. You have to decide, like, if you're willing to forgive whatever he did and let it go and work through the relationship, or leave. Again, if you think that there is more that happened and you think that you're never gonna feel like the trust again, then you should leave.
Yeah. And also, I feel like he's also not putting in his part to be forgiven, because he's not sharing everything with her, and he's not being honest and open with her. I feel like it would have been better if he admitted and he was like, look, this is what I did, and if she wanted to see it, okay. If she doesn't want to see it, okay. But the fact that he didn't even give her the option and he keeps lying to her, it's what it's like, well, when are you gonna stop lying? If I'm willing to work with you, stop lying. And when someone doesn't stop lying, you can't trust them.
I think it comes back, like, you need to give him an ultimatum and be like, are you gonna tell me everything that happened?
If that's what you want.
Are you gonna tell me everything that happened so we can
move forward,
fix this, so I can work on trusting you again? And if you're not, and if you say that that's everything, and later on I find out that it's not, like, I'm out.
Because things are always gonna come out, so it's better to just be honest. Like, really, like, people, I know everybody says that, and you're like, no, like some secret. No, everything's gonna come out, bitch. Everything. So it's better to be honest and open.
And it's the fact that there's a coworker, like, you're going back to, like, he's going back to that job. So that's sus.
And I mean, then it comes down to, is she comfortable with him having that job?
Again, is she gonna trust him again to the fullest?
And I don't know, I feel like if he wants to also make it work, if she doesn't want him to have that job, he's gonna have to find another one to make her feel comfortable, if she's willing to work on it.
Try it.
But I feel like if she does want to work on it, okay, cool, but he also needs to make a space that's safe for her and honest, and I feel like he's not providing that.
He's like,
and it's worse when you're lying. It's better I feel like I would have felt better if he was like, okay, like, this is what happened, but he feels like he's being like hiding shit, and that makes it worse. And it makes me feel like it's gonna happen again.
That is true.
So my advice to her is, go to therapy, but you also have to tell him, like, be upfront, like, tell me everything, or if not, I'm not even gonna try and make it work with you. So just it's your choice. Because if she does later, because it's going to be worse for him if he is hiding something and then she finds it out later. She's going to be like, bye. So he really needs to, like, man up and tell her what she wants to know.
Agree.
This was a good one. This is my last one. 35 male and 30 female. I'm going to get that out the way because then I get confused. My fiance of 3 years used to work as an escort. I'm tempted to call off the wedding. My fiance, I'm going to change her name, Debbie, and I have been dating for 2 years and engaged for 8 months. Our wedding is coming up in February. Debbie is a beautiful woman, both inside and out. She has a very lively personality and is definitely the most attractive woman I've dated. She is quiet, outgoing, and actually asked me out Our relationship has been going very well so far. We share a lot of the same hobbies. We're both into skiing and enjoy traveling. Recently, however, I received multiple disturbing emails about an anonymous account. They were screenshots from an escort agency's website, and they showed that Debbie used to work for them. Her face was blurred out, but I could still tell it was her. They are 8 to 9 years old, and it's legal in my country. But I was still devastated when I saw these pictures. At first, I didn't believe it, but when I confronted her, she confirmed it. She told me that from 20 to 22, she worked for an escort system before quitting. She was with some high-end agency and slept with 2 to 3 men a week and made a lot of money. After 2 years, she stopped because she started to hate the work. I was kind of shocked and I didn't really know what to say. I do not believe Debbie should be shamed for or anything for her past career. I just feel that she should have been honest and I should have been aware. I'm upset for multiple reasons. The first is that she lied by omission to me. I would not have pursued a relationship if I was aware of her career. Secondly, we waited until we were serious to have sex. This gave me the false impression that she viewed intimacy a certain way. Now I just feel like an idiot. Lastly, I own several businesses in the area, many with partners. I know that a few have pretty conservative morals when it comes to sexuality. I would have wanted to know about her past career ahead of time so that I could have thought of how to deal with potential fallout. I'm very tempted to break our engagement and call off the wedding over what I feel was betrayal. Is this something that could potentially be resolved? Also, if I break it up, how should I tell her? And should I inform her of the screenshots?
It might be hard on this one.
Okay.
I think that either he should cancel the wedding or postpone it. Because I feel like that's something that you should tell your partner.
Yeah. It's a
big one.
For some
and
people, yeah.
Like if you're gonna marry someone, I think like at some point you have to tell them everything about your life. Just because you feel comfortable in that relationship that you would want to tell them everything.
And if you're gonna marry them, you should want to marry someone who accepts that.
Yeah. And again, that's why I said that I think he said that he doesn't know if he should like work on it or not. I think that's why he should first see if that's something that he is willing to work on or forgive, honestly, because she really didn't told him that, and that's something big. She should have told him.
Like, I know it's her business, but he should have been like aware, and he should have had his own opinion of what he thought about that, because that is a part of her life.
And like again, like if you're in a serious relationship to the point that you're gonna marry someone, I feel like you should be comfortable enough to tell him every phase of your life.
Yes. And I think he should tell her about the screenshots, because at the end of the day, it's her body.
And that's how he found out.
Yeah. Like, so it would be good for her to know, because that's also her being posted everywhere else when she no longer works there.
So I feel like he should either cancel it or postpone until they figure it out.
Yes, he needs to tell her, because like you said, if they're getting married, they should be at a point where they know everything and they're comfortable with everything. And it's like they threw a curveball at him, and it's like, what? Like, it's a big shock. And just because he already proposed doesn't mean he has to go through with it if he didn't know certain things. Yeah.
And it's like something big. It's something big.
Yes,
like,
marriage.
For him too, like that news was big to him specifically. And it's like,
I feel like she did purposely keep it from him. I don't think she should be ashamed, but it's like she should embrace it and be with someone who wouldn't care.
She should have been honest, honestly. Yeah. That's a hard one.
Yeah, I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Okay, that's all.
Okay, yeah. I enjoyed it, except for the reading.
For real.
We should hire a professional reader.
To have it just written.
Yeah, we're like, okay.
Okay. Follow us on Instagram at the In Between Girls Podcast.
Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. Leave us a review. Oh, and let us know if you like this type of episode so we can do more.
Yeah.
I'll put a poll in Instagram so y'all go follow, vote.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
See
thank
ya
you
next
for listening.
time.
Bye.